Every man was once a youth, and every youth was once a child. You cannot compare the life of a man with the life of a youth. Likewise, you cannot compare the life of a youth with the life of a child. Hello, this is Real Life with Lady J. Here we discuss life realities. We talk about things that have to do with our everyday living. And for today's edition, I want to talk about something that has to do with the life of a youth. Now, one major thing every youth within the age of 25 to 40 should do. That is what I want to talk about in today's edition of Real Life with Lady J. But before I kickstart with the business of today, I want to thank you for watching my previous videos, and I also want to thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever new content are dropped on this channel. So for today, I want to talk about one major thing every youth within the age of 25 to 40 should do. It's more like a necessity, because life is something that is in stages. As you grow, you get older. As you get older, you attract different responsibilities. The older you grow, the responsibilities you attract. So while you are growing up, there are some things that are very, very necessary for you to do. Now, every youth within the age of 25 to 40 should build a fence around them. As you approach the age of 25, then when you get to 25 and you are approaching 40, you should build a fence around you. Now, why do you need a fence around you? Or what is this fence you need around you? Now, you need a defense. That is why you need to build a fence around you, because you need a defense. Every individual needs something to keep them together. Every individual needs something to make them relevant. Of course, everyone is important, yes. But you cannot just be saying, I am important, I am important. To what level are you important? To what level do people consider you as being relevant? To what extent do people want to associate with you on the basis of your significance? That is what I want to point out today. So we should build a fence around us as youth within the age of 25 to 40. Why? Because life is in stages. Before you get to 25, you expect things from people. People provide things for you. People do things for you. But when you get to the adulthood, people then expect things from you. It's going to happen. So as you grow up, you discover that you have more things to respond to. As you grow up, you discover that there are things that require your attention, because life is in stages. So by the time you grow up, by the time you get to adulthood, you discover that these things need to be taken care of. When you don't have the required resources, what are you going to do? That is why you need a fence around you. Yes. So when you get to the age of 25 through 40, you start building that fence around you. You build a fence around you so that you can have a defense. So when people fall back on you, you have something to hold them with. Because people have previously, in time past, took care of you when you were a child. So by the time you get to the age of 25 through 40 and upward, people will also need your attention. People will also need your help. And you don't want to be giving them excuses. I don't have, I can't give. No. When you have a fence around you, things will be much easier. So why do you need a fence around you? And how do you build that fence? That is what I want to focus on in today's video. Since we are talking about building a fence as a youth within the age of 25 to 40. So one thing we need to know about building a fence or having a defense is that You cannot give comfort when you're not comfortable. You only give what you have. So when you're comfortable, people find comfort around you. So if you want to give comfort to people, you yourself should be comfortable. So people should find comfort when they come around you. That is one thing building a fence does for us. So it helps you to be comfortable enough to give comfort to others. Then why again do you need a fence around you? You need a fence around you because a time will come when people will need your attention. Just the way you needed people's attention when growing up. So when people call on you, please, I need this from you, I need that from you, you should be able to give a helping hand. That is why you need a fence around you. That is why you need to have a defense as a youth within the age of 25 to 40. But why again do you need a fence around you? Because life is in stages. You will not be a child forever. You will not be a child forever. There is a time or a stage in life that you outgrown childhood, you get to adulthood, and a lot of things come with adulthood. And you don't want it to take you unaware, no. So you have to prepare for it. You have to face it. Because you will also have a family. How do you cater for them? You have to cater for them. You have to plan on how to make sure they are okay before they arrive. So that is why you need a fence. So how do we as youth, within the age of 25 to 40, how do we build a fence around us? How do we have a defense? What are we going to do? First of all, know. Knowledge is very important. Someone would say knowledge is power. Know the career path to take. Know your abilities. Know the kind of business you want to venture in. Know what you want in life. Know what you want from life. It will help you. It will help you to build a good fence around you. A good defense. As a youth within the age of 25 to 40. Know knowledge. Read. Ask questions. Don't just sit back and say what would be would be. Of course, we don't have power to determine what will happen to us, but there is still something we can do. You can pray, you can plan, you can strategize, you can execute your plans. So you have to know. Know what you can do, know your ability, know your career path. Go for knowledge. Then after knowing, do. Don't just know. Go into action. When you've known, okay, this is my ability. What can I do? What can I do to improve it? These are my potentials. What can I do to enhance them? This is what I can do to make my life better. Okay. You get into action. You don't just sit back and say, okay, now I know. Now you know. What are you doing with what you know? Knowing is not the end. Knowing is just the beginning. It's a process. So you know and then you do. So you start up something. You don't just sit back and say, hey, I don't have anything. No. There is always something to start with. So you do. You know, you do, and then you be. You be. By the time you start doing from what you know, then you start becoming. You start having an identity. What people know you for. You start having an identity that is more than your name. Your name is just a foundational identity. Your person goes beyond your name. So people know you as this. People know you for this. When they need a service, they know that they can call you. So by the time you start becoming, and then you start having. So you know, you do, you be, then you have. When you have, then people around you will feel comfortable. because they know that you have something that at least they can rest on. So it is very, very essential, youths, to plan ahead. It is very, very important as youths to think ahead. It is very, very important as youth to face life intentionally so that you can get something out of it. So youth within the age of 25 to 40 should build a fence around them. Should have a defense. You need energy. You need knowledge. You need money. And you need a God factor. You need these 4 things to be able to make you to build a good fence around you. To have a good defense. To be able to stand. Because you see, life is not a joke. Life is a very, very serious business. And it takes someone who is serious in this business to get something out of it. The Bible says, seeth a man diligent in his business, he will not stand before mere men. He will stand before kings. So how serious are you about life will tell what you can get out of life and how you can get it. So you have to know, have the knowledge. You have to do from what you know. You have to be. Have an identity beyond your name. Have a brand. Have something you are known for. Then you will begin to have something you can share. So that is what I want to share in today's edition of Real Life with Lady J. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and don't forget to always be intentional about life, because life is so short. Before you know what's happening, you're in the next day, and the more the days come by, the more we approach our dying day. I pray God help you to live a fulfilled life and to also be a blessing to your generation. Don't forget, as a youth, build a fence around you so you can have a good defense to accommodate everyone around you. God bless.